Hi, my name is Jeffrey Hart. Today we're going to take a look at one of my Canvas lessons for the school that I work at. We're going to be taking a look at it because I'm trying to update and modify my lessons a little bit. When we first got Canvas, it was quite a learning experience, and so a lot of the lessons from the beginning of my school year, including the one previously, I'm still going through some of my lessons, updating them, figuring them out. Canvas has a lot of great options for our particular school district. Having Canvas come in was quite a great opportunity for us, not just only to leap forward with 21st century tools and technology, but when the pandemic came around, it was just life saving. For somebody like me who was willing and eager to jump on and, make his classroom more 21st century, I was pretty gung ho with it. But at the same time, I was pretty ignorant of some of the options that I had. And though I don't use them all, I still use a lot of them to ensure that my class can operate both in person, hybrid, if a student can't make it all the time, or homework wise, if I want students to do some work in class, do some work out of class, and have access to their tools. Or I do work with an at risk population, and sometimes some of my students can't make it to class. So Canvas is a great system where I can put all the resources on there for them. I can record videos for them for certain lessons as needed. And hopefully, eventually, I'll have recordings for most or all of my lessons, hoping that this stays long term so that my students can continue to have some basic information that they need in order to move forward. So I'm going to take a look at this one lesson. We're going to make some changes. We'll see what we need to do, and hopefully we can make it look a little bit better for them. Alrighty. So as I begin to screen share, you will see my dashboard screen. Right now I have one of my classes open for my students here. The rest of them are for, work and meetings and all that stuff. And as I click into my class here we go. I have a lesson 0 at the top. It's kind of my introduction day at the beginning of the school year. And so I call it lesson 0 because that one kind of doesn't count. Outside of the culture building, it counts in the sense of, you build your classroom culture and relationships, but, when it comes to the academic side, it doesn't count for the industrial boom lesson that I'll be taking a look at with you. All right, so first things first, I have my modules open here. And the first thing we're going to look at is this lesson. This is part 1 of a 2-day lesson, and it's over the Industrial Revolution. I call it the Industrial Boom in this one. I have a do now activity. Students can go in, answer it real quick. They don't even need me. For this first day, they'd need me, but the expectation would be that they can eventually do this sort of stuff independently of me. That way, as I'm transitioning from one classroom to the next, they already know what their expectation is and they can get to work. I have a introduction question. I'll be changing this little section a little bit. A part where this is just the introduction piece of it right here. These are our primary documents for the actual brunt of the activity after the instructions, and then we finish it off with an exit slip. So let's take a look and see what we can do. So looking at this lesson, at least from the teacher point of view, I've kind of gotten this first phase started. So first thing I wanted to change is to make sure that my instructions were clear when I first put everything in. I didn't think of it in terms of worksheets or anything. And so I want to make sure that as my students go through here, they have clear instructions, they have active working links to what they need to do, and they're able to go to where they need to go. So I haven't put a video instruction piece in yet, but I have put the written instructions down already of how I wanted to update this lesson. So for this particular activity, it says, hey, in this activity, you will be asked to go to your Pages tab in Canvas, which you can see right here, and they would be able to see that as well, but I have already created the link for it. So then students can just click on it and go to where they need to go. Nice. This is still from the teacher point of view. And answer the 4 questions below, okay, to identify and explain what you will be learning today. Use the following link to assist you with answering the questions. Okay, so we're looking at the industrial boom. Let's see what we got here. That's not the right link apparently, so why don't we go back and see if we can fix this. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go back. I'm looking for this lesson. This is my first lesson. Now, this pages item, teachers can use it for many different reasons. I like to treat it kind of like uh, the whiteboard at the front of the room. I'll post this up in my classroom when I walk in. Oh, excuse me, hit the wrong button there. That's the immersive reader option. So students can have text read to them if there is, oh, yeah, Lordy, I'm just having a moment. There we go. Now we'll click our edit option. But the immersive reader is a great option for struggling readers and whatnot. So it looks like I have my old date up in here, so we want to get rid of that. Looks like we can erase some of this. We don't need some of that busy work up here. I think once again at the beginning of the school year, didn't fully know how I wanted this all to look. I kind of got a little bit of that. Okay, some ideas here. So looks like I want students to really learn this. Maybe we can change the look of that a little bit. So if I want them to know this, I'll get rid of that. Maybe we'll put the picture at the top here. And I'll probably resize that text in just a moment. Maybe make that look a little bit more, it's a little more pretty, for maybe lack of a better way of phrasing it. Maybe I'll call this history, or historical background. And maybe that'll be something where as students are going through this, I can talk to them real quick about it, depending on how the day goes. Sometimes I'll have some resources ready to go and I don't always use them, and I can click them, turn them off, do what you got to do. Let's get you a little more properly sized. A little bit larger there, so that way when the students are trying to find these things, I want them to be able to see it. There we go. So lesson question, lesson target, language objective. And I won't do it for this video, but I do make sure to have my state standards put in here, and I'm actually shocked that I don't have it here at the moment, but that goes back to the whole very beginning learning Canvas at one point. So got a little, picture for the kids to look at, just a little visual imagery kind of helps out. We don't want to overwhelm them or distract them too much. I want them to get to the point where they answered their question more than anything. So this historical background piece, something I would talk to them about it. They can read it if they want, but their objective is mainly this. And then in a second, I can go there. I can always put that historical background somewhere else, but So users allowed to edit this page, only teachers, add to student to do. Oh yeah, so you can do your student to-do list down here. I won't do that for now. I don't have a class set up yet. It's still in July right now, so we have not gotten to the new school year quite yet. All right, so this is a little bit more properly laid out. I think, it's simple. It's not too distracting, not too overwhelming for the students. I'm going to publish this just for now in case I go into my student view. I'm going to be able to see that. And I'm going to copy that link over. So let's go back real quick to our modules. And we are going to update that link real quickly. Now, it can be, I almost I'm going to click on the wrong link here. It can be argued like, could I put all my information there, you know, in the same spot where the kids are already looking at it? Yes, I can. The goal mainly is just kind of get them doing something, keeps them a little active. In the same way that a lot of, you know, our school district, they want them to write down, hey, what's your lesson target? What's your lesson objective for their lessons? You know, those basic um, ideas so that they're engaging with it. And so the idea of going and searching for something real quick, taking a couple minutes to do so, kind of gets them more active. And then they come back, they not only copy paste the answer because you can do that without looking at it, but they have to actually rewrite it in their own words. There we go. So just to make things a little bit better for them, have a link to go to. So I have 4 objectives I want them to complete. And again, this is just 5 minutes tops. It's a great way to get started. And I can set up every lesson pretty much the same way, keep it very standard. So, I mean, I don't have to do this again every day, but I create that same habit for them to do every day. So I have to make this once, and then I can just repeat it for every lesson, and you're done. So I don't have to make this again and again and again and again. And that's really nice. These videos here, so you can upload a video if you want, or you can record a video. So got my mic. I got my webcam, so I can either use the webcam up here or my built-in webcam. I think I'm going to do the built-in webcam. And I might center myself a little bit, and I will begin. Hello, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we're going to complete our Do Now activity. What you're going to want to do is click on the Pages link, and you will be able to answer your lesson question, lesson target, and language objective. Please make sure to copy and paste all 3 of those into the text box below, and then rewrite all of those in your own words and explain what will you be learning today. If I'm being honest, I'll probably make that again just to make it, you know, a little bit better. I'll probably read it word for word. I couldn't see the text at the moment on the screen when I was typing, but I can change the title of this, I think, and say Do Now, and I'm going to put the year on it. I have another one in there. I just want to make sure. Good. So as that loads up, I believe I can center that. So if I want to make things a little bit more centered, and then let's check it out. So down here, I can also add, hey, this is how many points it's worth. So I have 4 questions, 4 points. You can assign groups if you want to create. If you want them to see it as points, percentages, they can do all this fun stuff. This particular activity is text. People can make their own video recordings. You can upload documents, like students can annotate documents, and so there's a lot of cool features on there.